Hey, how are you all doing? Today, I wanted to show you what I've been working on this week in terms of using Google Docs and all of the advanced features that Google Docs offers that you probably weren't even aware existed. So I think it's really fun to play around with these features. And so let's check out what you can do with this. So first of all, I've created this doc that I'm sharing with my students during the online class. Docs are great because everyone can be logged into the same document. People can make comments. It's just very interactive. So the first thing I wanted to point out here is that I've got this checklist here, which is super handy. And I've never really used this before. It's right over here. And I just love it for something like a class agenda. So you can just tick off everything as you go through, and it's just boom, boom, boom. What you tick it off, it crosses it out, and then you can untick. So try that out. I was just so stuck on bullet points and numbers. So it's a nice thing you should try out. The next thing is that you can insert a table of contents and make your document a kind of with lots of hyperlinks, and you find that in insert all the way down at the bottom. You see table of contents. You can do it by numbers, dotted, or links, which is what I've used in this document. And then I put in page numbers. So it's very handy because this is the table of contents. This is what we're working on in the class. If you click on the link, it'll take you to that part of the document. So again, I doubt you are probably using this. It could be great for a syllabus that you design that has various links to different parts of the course plan and so forth. And as you can see, this activity is a vocabulary match. So again, I just color coded the table and made it a little bit more visually appealing. And then when I did this with the students in the class, I actually use the annotate tool in Zoom to kind of create the arrows from the word to the correct definition with them. So that was the vocabulary match. And then we kind of went up and we crossed that off, and then we went to the reading activity. And the reading activity, these students are at the A2 level, and I wanted to just go over the vocab with them before we did the reading. And then I color coded those keywords that we had worked on and looked at before the reading. And this is a really hilarious story generated by no other than ChatGPT. It's kind of a goofy technology story. And the students read the story, took turns reading it. I asked them some comprehension questions. And then I had them go straight into Google Forms. So what's nice about this doc is just all of these links to other activities. So it keeps the activity engaging. And then they complete this questionnaire, and I check their comprehension on the reading passage. And they just kind of, I think they have to answer this one to go on to the next page. But I then received their answers in a Google Sheet because your Google Forms can be linked to the Google Sheets. So I think it's really nice in terms of grading, seeing who's participating in an online class, especially when you're doing something like I was doing with large groups of students, where you really need to know, even if it says they're there in the classroom, they may not be actually participating. So it's very handy. And then I had students kind of insert, I wanted to know if they've used Google Drawings before. And then I had them insert an image that they created in Google Drawings. So if you've never used Google Drawings before, it's very handy because you can draw an image using shapes, using text, using scribbles, and then you can download the JPEG. So I had them respond to the story through imagery and through some keywords that maybe they thought of. And so, yeah, I mean, I think this table could probably be improved. Like, it doesn't look that great, but you can see that some students were able to complete the task and create pretty funny responses to the story. And last but not least, I had them do an exit slip. So if we go down to exit slip, you can see that I created a rubric for them. and I wanted them to grade their own performance in the class. So I just looked at sentence fluency, vocabulary, participation, and I probably should add, is your camera turned on? Is your microphone working? And just checking their use of technology. How did I get this? Well, there is an add-on for this. So I went to, if you go to add-ons, let's see, I have Orange Slice Teacher Rubric. And I got this from the add-on store. From here, you can kind of get add-ons. And it's just very handy because you can generate the categories of the rubric, and you can come up with, if you want it to be analysis, competency, holistic, and go to the total points, for example. And then it will generate a rubric for you. Descending, you can type these in, grades, adjustments, and it's really easy to finish it, and then it will insert directly into the Google Doc. Okay, so that is pretty much what I wanted to share with you in terms of Google Docs. You may not have been aware that there were all these cool extensions. So I always thought Google Docs were kind of ugly, honestly. So I kind of went in here, like you can go to Flaticon as a Google Doc add-on and add, like I added the agenda image. You could add a world just to kind of spice up the images. You could also do a word cloud, which I thought was interesting. Like I think you need to highlight something, go into word cloud, modern, and it will generate a really cool word cloud that you can insert into the Google document. Okay, so append large, append small. I'm just going to show you what that looks like. Append small, for example, and it may have put it all the way at the bottom of the doc. Yeah, I put it all the way down here. But yeah, if you want to just put in a word cloud into your Google Doc, I think it's really handy. So hopefully this is useful, and check it out, try it out. I think Google Docs has so much to offer educators, and I've found Google Docs to be extremely valuable tools for the online classroom. And harness the power that it has. Try it out, check it out, and don't hesitate to ask me any questions about how else you could use it, or what worked, or what else would be useful for you.